Why do you have to be so complex? Well, excuse me, I'm not really talking about myself. I'm talking about a trust. See, I've been looking at this trust agreement and I'm trying to scratch my head, think, why is this so complex? Well, it's because the wording in the trust agreement creates a complex trust. You could have a simple trust or a complex trust, and these are purely tax concepts. With a complex trust that I was scratching my head about, the trustee has discretion to distribute income out to beneficiaries or retain income within the trust, discretion to distribute out corpus or principal to beneficiaries or retain within the trust. As well, the trustee can make payments out to charities versus a simple trust, where that trustee must distribute income out to beneficiaries, but may not distribute principal or corpus out to beneficiaries and may not make any payments out to charities. Now, these terms, simple and complex, may not be the things that you hear about with your estate planning attorney when you're brainstorming what to put in a trust agreement, but these are things and concepts that will be thought about by your attorney when setting up the trust agreement, because it will mean a difference as far as into the future when that trust is considering what it is. Is it simple? Is it complex? And professionals will be looking at that trust agreement to determine what is it? What do we have here? And that will be all about what the trustee can do in regard to income and principal distributions, and therefore affects how tax filings will occur, how tax returns will be filed, who's picking up the taxes, and so on. So this ultimately means quite a lot, and not just in terms of taxes, but in terms of people and charities, because people will be affected by distributions out of the trust in many different ways. And we can look at distributions being a wonderful, great thing because we think of property and receiving property as a wonderful, great thing. But sometimes it's the reverse. It's not a wonderful, great thing because a beneficiary is going through some hard times or not spending money wisely or has some creditor issues or whatever could be going on in his or her world, and distributions out to him or her is actually not a wonderful, great thing. So we trace all of what happens within the trust and how we term the trust, whether it's simple or complex, and all of the tax filings and how it affects beneficiaries back to this trust agreement. So when you're thinking about setting up a trust and going through some trust planning with your estate planning attorney, just know that there are a whole host of ideas that are being thought about, and it is a great opportunity to be open to the planning that can unfold. And this is in regard to whether you have a simple trust or a complex trust, but a way more than that. It's going to affect people and charities into the future. So we want to really plan accordingly. Trusts are meant to be helpful. We are trying to help people. And the last thing we want to do is make things worse as far as harming a person in whatever situation they may be. So I'm rambling a bit here, but I think that makes me a bit of a complex person. I'm a bit complex as a person, and I have to say I'm going to favor a complex trust over a simple trust. But you know what? It would be because I have faith in my trustee. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to have a trustee appropriate to handle the job, and a trustee who has smarts in terms of decision making. That trustee is going to know how important it is to get professional help and guidance as far as administering the trust. My faith in the trustee and my understanding about that trustee making good decisions about this, I think I'm going with that complex trust. Yeah, it kind of suits me. I'm a complex person after all. I was just walking my dog here in the Buffalo area, and that's why I look like this. And I thought I'm just going to sit down and let some things out here on this idea of simple versus complex trust. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you follow me and check me out as far as liking all my videos or following me on YouTube. I do this for fun, and I hope it's some fun for you as well. As always, this video is for educational purposes only. It does not establish an attorney-client relationship, and I do hope you follow me and see me on another video. Thanks so much.